Hello everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to explore with you the fascinating idea of global citizenship. Today's topic is all about understanding what it means to be a global citizen and why it's more important than ever in our interconnected world. We'll look at how each of us can play a role in creating a more just, sustainable, and inclusive global community. So, let's get started and discover how we can make a difference together. Let's take a closer look at the idea of global citizens. Essentially, we can think of them in two main categories. First, there are those who adhere to a shared set of principles and responsibilities that transcend borders. These individuals see themselves as part of a larger global community with duties that go beyond their local or national identities. On the other hand, there are corporations that have prioritized globalization, expanding their reach and influence across borders, yet seem to have forgotten their responsibilities as global citizens. Instead of acting with a sense of ethical obligation, some have focused mainly on profits and growth, often neglecting the social and environmental impacts of their actions. This distinction is crucial because, as discussions about globalization grow louder, the true meaning of being a global citizen can sometimes get lost. We need to rethink what it truly means to be a global citizen, both for individuals and for corporations. This is what I'd call redefining citizenship. As the world becomes more connected and intertwined, our understanding of citizenship needs to evolve. The reality is, our future depends on this interconnectedness, whether it's global corporations, social movements, or climate change. We're entering a historic transition where our dependence on any single place diminishes, and this shift profoundly impacts society, industry, and government alike. In essence, understanding these changes helps us grasp the importance of embracing a broader, more responsible view of what it means to be a global citizen today. At the core of global citizenship, what really stands out is the idea that all people share a common humanity. Even when we come from very different backgrounds, cultures, or hold different beliefs, we are fundamentally connected by our shared experiences, hopes, and challenges. These commonalities are what unite us as members of the human family. This shared experience isn't just a nice idea, it's the foundation that reminds us of our collective responsibility. We have a duty not only to ourselves, but to each other and to the world we all inhabit. Recognizing this interconnectedness is essential as we work toward a more compassionate and inclusive global community. As the world becomes more interconnected, our lives and destinies are increasingly linked together. This highlights the importance of adopting a global perspective, understanding that what happens in one part of the world can affect us all. When we talk about global interconnectedness, we see that success and our overall well-being are deeply connected. It's not just about individual achievement, but about sharing knowledge and resources, which helps us all grow and thrive. Living in fear of the future isn't productive. Instead, embracing shared knowledge empowers us to face challenges more confidently. And no matter where we are or where we come from, being a global citizen means recognizing and celebrating the shared human experience that unites us all. It's about understanding that beyond borders, languages, and cultures, we share fundamental values, hopes, and dreams. This shared human experience forms the foundation for our collective responsibility and compassion. In essence, global citizenship and embracing our shared human stories remind us that we are part of something much larger, an interconnected world where cooperation and understanding are key to creating a better future for everyone. So, rather than focusing solely on national interests, global citizens prioritize universal human rights. This shift in perspective encourages us to think beyond borders and consider our role and impact on the entire global community. It's about recognizing that our actions can have far-reaching effects, and we have a responsibility to contribute positively. This brings us to the idea of shared responsibility. Global citizenship isn't just about individual rights, it's about collective duties. We all have a duty to uphold common obligations that go beyond our national boundaries. This sense of shared responsibility is really at the heart of what it means to be a global citizen. And when we talk about shared ideals, it's important to see how local and global events are interconnected. Global citizens emphasize the importance of fundamental human rights over national laws or identities. We also work to preserve social contracts that uphold these shared values, ensuring that our actions support a more just and equitable world. All of these concepts, shared values, responsibilities, and ideals, are interconnected and central to understanding our role as global citizens within the larger global community. Let's talk about perspective first. As global citizens, it's really important for us to actively seek out diverse viewpoints. By doing so, we challenge our own assumptions and biases, which is crucial for growth. This openness to new ideas and experiences is what drives positive change not just locally, but on a global scale. Now, moving on to empathy. Cultivating empathy is at the heart of global citizenship. When we try to understand and share the feelings of others, we build bridges of understanding and trust. This helps us foster collaboration and creates a more just and equitable world where everyone feels seen and heard. Next, let's consider interconnectedness. Our actions, even those that seem small or local, can have far-reaching impacts. This interconnectedness should inspire us to think beyond ourselves, to consider the broader implications of our choices, and to work towards the greater good with that awareness in mind. Finally, diversity. Embracing diversity means recognizing that people from different backgrounds and cultures bring valuable perspectives to the table. This diversity enriches our understanding, helps us learn from one another, and ultimately helps us find common ground despite our differences. All these elements, perspective, empathy, interconnectedness, and diversity, are interconnected, and they all contribute to the core values of global citizenship. They remind us that our shared humanity and mutual respect are what truly drive positive global change. Global citizenship is about including every single person, creating an inclusive community that goes beyond traditional boundaries. It's about recognizing that we all share a sense of identity and responsibility, which is essential for effective global leadership. When we think about inclusive communities, we see how important it is to bring diverse groups together. This idea of global citizenship aligns closely with long-term, visionary leadership. It's about focusing on shared values between companies and individuals, rather than just extracting value from every situation. Instead, it's about generating genuine value that benefits everyone involved. When we talk about global citizens, we're referring to a wide variety of people, corporations, individuals of different ages, sizes, backgrounds, and affiliations. We also include glocals, those who operate both locally and globally, and global nomads who move across borders. This diversity is critical because it helps us embrace the shared ideals that underpin global citizenship. Ultimately, inclusivity in global citizenship is about recognizing and respecting this diversity, and working together to build a more connected, empathetic, and responsible world community. This concept is fundamental to the overall theme of leadership that makes a positive, lasting impact worldwide. As we look at this slide, I want to highlight that, in times when disputes over globalization are really heating up, the role of global citizens becomes more crucial than ever. It's not just about economic forces driving globalization, like commerce and money, but also about how individuals can help control hazards and build meaningful connections across the world. Globalization is mainly driven by economic factors, things like trade, investments, and financial flows. But what we see here is that the motivation for global citizenship is rooted in identity and shared ideals. People become global citizens because they care about humanity, about making a positive difference, not solely because of economic incentives. This brings us to an important point. Global citizenship is about forging connections, building bridges between cultures, communities, and nations. It's about defending our shared humanity and acting on values like compassion and responsibility. Finally, it's essential to understand the distinction here. Globalization is often driven by economic forces, but global citizenship is driven by our sense of identity and ideals. Both are interconnected, but they serve different purposes. Recognizing this helps us see why fostering global citizenship is so vital, especially in turbulent times, because it puts us in a position to address hazards and create stronger, more connected communities worldwide. Now, as we look at how new technologies have expanded our view of the world, it's clear they've played a crucial role in fostering greater awareness of how interconnected we all are. These advancements have helped us build deeper global connections by showing us just how much we share across borders. For example, scientific discoveries like the Human Genome Project have been instrumental in this. They revealed that, at our core, we are more alike than we might think, highlighting our genetic similarity. This understanding strengthens the bonds that tie us together as a global community, reminding us that we're all part of something bigger. But it's important to remember that being a global citizen doesn't happen automatically. It's something that develops over time, through education and exposure to different cultures and ideas. As children learn about the world around them, they come to see their shared humanity and common experiences, regardless of where they're from. This gradual process of development is what creates global citizens, people who understand their place in a connected world and value the relationships that come with it. So, ultimately, these technological and scientific advances are helping us build a more unified, empathetic global society. New technologies have really expanded the way we see the world. They've helped us understand our interdependencies better and recognize both our similarities and our differences. When we leverage these advancements, they become powerful tools for empowering global citizens, even in regions that are still developing. Now, at the heart of global citizenship are these ambassadors, people who actively work to close the gaps between nations through their actions, their lifestyles, and the relationships they build over time. These ambassadors are crucial because they serve as bridges, helping to connect developed and developing countries and fostering understanding and cooperation. But it's important to remember that not everyone feels the same sense of engagement. In many underdeveloped nations, participation in the digital revolution remains limited. This uneven progress is a significant challenge because it hampers our ability to realize the full vision of global citizenship, where everyone has the opportunity to contribute and benefit from a connected world. So, as we move forward, addressing these disparities in technological access and engagement is essential to truly empower all regions and bring about meaningful change worldwide. Many people around the world don't feel a strong connection to other locations, people, or cultures. Some even feel like they don't belong in their own homes. This sense of disconnection is especially true for those who are excluded from the digital revolution, particularly in developing nations. They often miss out on important discussions about progress and innovation. When we look at recent decades, we've seen too many instances where corporations prioritize their own interests over the well-being of people, communities, and the environment. Unfortunately, this has led to serious issues like labor violations, environmental damage, rent-seeking behavior, corruption, and unethical practices. All of these points highlight a critical need for corporate responsibility, ensuring that businesses act ethically and consider their impact beyond just profits. This is essential if we want a more inclusive and sustainable future for everyone, aligning with the broader theme of our presentation on creating equitable growth worldwide. So, as we explore the themes of global citizenship, it's important to understand that this concept isn't one-dimensional. It actually includes a variety of interconnected themes that help us grasp its full scope. These themes shape how we think about what it means to be a global citizen and how we put that into practice in our daily lives. They highlight the multifaceted nature of global citizenship, showing that it involves more than just awareness. It's about active engagement, responsibility, and understanding different perspectives. When we look at these themes together, we see a rich, diverse picture of what it means to be part of a global community. This understanding is key as we continue to explore how global citizenship can influence both individual actions and broader societal change. Let's talk about how the combination of global interconnectedness and the principles of global citizenship really empowers individuals today. It provides a platform where people can engage, contribute, and truly have their voices heard on a worldwide scale. When we think about empowering individuals, we see that for those with access, new technologies hold incredible democratizing potential. By democratizing, I mean making opportunities more accessible to more people. When we combine this interconnectedness, thanks to the internet and mobile devices, with the ideals of global citizenship, suddenly the world opens up to many more individuals. They gain a voice, a chance to participate, and opportunities they might not have had before. The shift to a digital realm has transformed globalization itself. Today, the internet is everywhere, ubiquitous, and through smartphones and mobile devices, we have an unprecedented level of global interconnectedness. This interconnectedness is a key driver behind many of the changes and opportunities we see in our world today, enabling more people to connect, share, and contribute than ever before. So, technology and global citizenship go hand in hand, creating a powerful force for inclusion and active participation on a truly global scale. As we look toward the future, nurturing global citizenship in our leaders is essential. By doing so, we can work towards a world that is both equitable and environmentally conscious. It's about creating a shared human experience that is celebrated, where every person feels empowered to contribute to the greater good. Our ability to guide the next generation in embracing these values will truly shape whether we achieve an inclusive and sustainable future. This means instilling a sense of responsibility and understanding of global interconnectedness in our future leaders. It's important to recognize the difference between global citizenship and globalization. While globalization has brought many advantages, sometimes unevenly, successful leaders are those who understand and embody the principles of global citizenship. Whether they are CEOs, prime ministers, community leaders, or even children, embracing these principles is key to making a positive impact. Leadership today isn't just about authority. It's about fostering a sense of responsibility that transcends borders. When leaders see themselves as global citizens, they can better address complex challenges and create solutions that benefit everyone. This, ultimately, ties back to our core theme of shaping a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and rooted in shared human values. As global citizens, it's important for businesses to think beyond just their shareholders. They need to consider the impact they have on all stakeholders involved. This means making sure workers are treated fairly, supporting the local communities where they operate, and actively protecting the environment. Balancing stakeholder interests is a key part of responsible business practice. When we talk about globalization, much of the debate centers around multinational corporations, or MNCs. These large companies often face criticism because they sometimes prioritize profits over the well-being of workers, communities, and the environment. This leads us to the idea of profiting at others' expense, which is a challenge for global citizenship. Truly responsible business and global citizenship involve aligning profit goals with ethical practices. It's about creating value not just for shareholders, but for society as a whole. So, as we move forward, keep in mind that responsible global business means balancing these interests carefully and ethically, supporting sustainable growth and fairness across all areas of operation. The data clearly shows that rising markets and more connected nations have gained the most from the economic growth driven by globalization. In fact, they now account for about 10% of the world's GDP. This highlights how globalization has significantly boosted the overall value of the global economy. More connected nations, those with better communication and trade links, have contributed around 4% to the world's GDP through these global connections. This demonstrates how connectivity plays a crucial role in economic development. At the same time, rising markets, those emerging economies experiencing rapid growth, have benefited even more, making up about 6% of the global GDP. This indicates that globalization is helping these markets grow faster and integrate more deeply into the world economy. Overall, these points reinforce that globalization isn't just a trend. It's a powerful engine for economic growth, especially for emerging markets and connected nations. It's a key part of how our global economy is evolving and expanding. Global citizens today understand that businesses have a responsibility that extends beyond just making profits. They need to consider their impact on the world and work toward the greater good. And one of the most important steps in doing that is updating their business plans to align with these new priorities. Advancing the common good means that multinational corporations should look beyond traditional goals and focus on promoting prosperity globally. They should actively engage with society, understanding that globalization has successfully reduced inequality between nations, but has, unfortunately, increased inequality within countries. So, when we're thinking about remedies, it's crucial to emphasize targeted domestic policy adjustments rather than resorting to deregulation or closing borders. These policies should aim at addressing internal disparities effectively. In essence, updating business plans isn't just a procedural step. It's a vital way for companies to contribute positively to society, promote widespread prosperity, and truly serve the common good. This is how businesses can be part of the solution in our interconnected world. Let's explore how examining themes related to global citizenship can really enhance our decision-making skills. When students engage with these themes, they become better at assessing the morality of their choices, understanding what's right and wrong in different contexts. It also builds confidence, so they feel more assured when defending their beliefs and convictions. Moving on, global citizenship encourages us to think about the broader impact of our actions, especially on the environment. It's about considering the consequences and trying to minimize harm, making choices that are responsible and sustainable. This idea of respect is fundamental too. Global citizenship fosters respect for oneself and others, no matter where they come from. It pushes us to reflect carefully and analytically on what's fair and just, promoting a mindset of fairness and understanding. All of these aspects, defending convictions, minimizing damage, and fostering respect, are interconnected. They help us develop a more thoughtful, responsible, and compassionate approach to our place in the world, which is at the heart of the overall theme of global citizenship. Now, let's talk about the discourse of global citizenship. This involves a variety of key concepts that are essential to understanding how we can think beyond borders. First, there's global awareness, which is about recognizing the interconnectedness of our world and understanding the challenges and opportunities that come with it. Next, we see the expansion of identity and loyalty, meaning our sense of belonging isn't limited to just our local or national communities, but extends to a global perspective. This broader identity encourages us to see ourselves as part of a worldwide community. Finally, there's the importance of global civic engagement, actively participating in initiatives and actions that address global issues. These elements are crucial because they help us work towards a more just and equitable global society. Overall, embracing this discourse enables us to contribute meaningfully to solving worldwide problems and fostering a sense of shared responsibility across nations. Becoming more conscious of the world around us really helps us realize our moral obligations and responsibilities to people everywhere. When we understand this, it naturally increases our motivation to work toward creating a more equitable and sustainable world. Developing this kind of global awareness requires us to cultivate certain personal qualities. For example, we need to be able to understand complex problems from multiple angles and perspectives. It's also important to realize that all of humanity and life on Earth share a common destiny, which underscores our interconnectedness. Recognizing global interdependence means understanding how our daily lives are deeply connected to people around the world. It involves gaining knowledge about the historical foundations, sources, and patterns that shape global concerns. When we grasp these concepts, we see that our actions and decisions are part of a larger, interconnected system. Ultimately, fostering global awareness helps us see the bigger picture, encouraging us to act responsibly and compassionately in a shared world. Let's take a closer look at the core values of global citizenship. These include protecting ecosystems and making sure that everyone worldwide has access to basic human necessities. These are fundamental principles that emphasize our responsibility beyond borders. A key quality of a global citizen is the ability to extend one's identity and allegiance beyond just their nation. It's about thinking of ourselves as part of a larger human community, which fosters empathy and shared responsibility. When we talk about expanding identity, we're really emphasizing that global citizens see themselves connected to the world as a whole. This broader perspective helps us understand that our actions can impact people far beyond our immediate surroundings. Theorists encourage us to think about citizenship on multiple levels: at the state level, sub-state communities, and the global or transnational level. This multi-layered view is crucial because it reflects the complexity of today's interconnected world. Recognizing these different levels helps us grasp our responsibilities more fully. Ultimately, this idea of an expansion of identity and loyalty is about broadening our sense of belonging. By doing so, we can foster a more inclusive and compassionate approach to global issues, aligning with the overall theme of global citizenship as a shared human responsibility. Global civic engagement is all about recognizing the issues we face at different levels: local, national, and global, and then taking real steps to create a positive impact. It's not just about awareness, it's about action. As governments sometimes struggle to address these challenges effectively, new opportunities emerge for us, as citizens, to come together across borders. We see this through voluntary organizations, advocacy groups, and social movements that unite people around shared goals. An empowered civil society plays a crucial role here. When individuals take action on global issues, whether through volunteering, political activism, or getting involved in their communities, they demonstrate a genuine commitment to making a difference. This kind of active participation is what truly drives global civic engagement forward. Ultimately, being a global citizen means not only recognizing these interconnected issues, but also stepping up to do something about them. Whether it's small acts locally or larger efforts globally, every contribution counts. This is how we build a more engaged, responsible, and connected world. Citizenship education holds a crucial position in shaping the values, knowledge, and active participation of individuals in a democratic society. It's not just about learning facts, it's about developing a sense of responsibility and understanding what it means to be a citizen. Schools play a pivotal role here, serving as key sites where students can build these essential skills. Through citizenship education, students learn about their rights and duties, the importance of participation, and the values that underpin a healthy democracy. This is directly connected to the overall goal of fostering active, informed citizens who are ready to contribute meaningfully to society. So, in essence, citizenship education isn't just an add-on, it's central to nurturing engaged and responsible members of our community. Now, let's talk about how schools can further cultivate global citizenship. One effective way is by providing students with opportunities to engage in community service, volunteer work, and other forms of civic participation. These hands-on experiences are so valuable because they help students develop a real sense of social responsibility. They learn not just to understand global issues, but to actively contribute to positive change in their local and global communities. Next, promoting civic engagement is essential. When we integrate global citizenship education into the curriculum, students can explore complex issues like sustainability, human rights, and international relations. This holistic approach not only broadens their understanding, but also equips them with the critical skills needed to navigate an increasingly interconnected world. Furthermore, incorporating a global curriculum plays a pivotal role in shaping future global citizens. Schools have the power to foster an environment that encourages cross-cultural understanding, critical thinking, and active civic participation. By doing so, they empower students to appreciate their interconnected world deeply and responsibly. Ultimately, the role of schools in citizenship education is about more than just imparting knowledge. It's about nurturing open-minded, responsible individuals who are prepared to contribute positively on a global scale. This is how we help develop global mindsets that can tackle today's challenges and build a better future for all. Now, moving on to the second category, which focuses on corporations. Some companies have been very eager to pursue globalization, expanding their reach across borders. However, in doing so, they sometimes overlook the importance of global citizenship. This oversight is quite significant because businesses also have a responsibility to promote ethical practices, sustainability, and social well-being on a global scale. It's important to recognize that global citizens can be divided into two groups. The first group includes individuals who share core values and responsibilities that go beyond national borders. These people understand that our human experiences are interconnected, and they are committed to tackling global issues and defending universal rights. In conclusion, whether we are individuals or corporations, embracing the concept of global citizenship is essential. It reminds us that our actions have far-reaching impacts, and fostering a sense of shared responsibility is key to creating a more just and sustainable world.